Look, my name is Lorne Michaels. I'm the producer of Saturday Night.
The whole night?
Yeah, the whole night.
Today we're talking about Saturday Night, the newest movie from director Jason Reitman. Starring Gabriel LaBelle, Rachel Sennott, Cory Michael Smith, Lamorne Morris, and a bunch of other incredible actors, Saturday Night captures the 90 minutes leading up to the first ever broadcast of the now iconic Saturday Night, known now as Saturday Night Live or SNL. What ensues is an anxiety-fueled, funny, exciting, and well-paced look into what would become one of the most famous live television shows in TV history. While the movie took a little bit to really get its motor humming, when it locks in, it locks in. There was not a dry moment for most of the runtime, though there were a few sequences they could have lost to help it keep its momentum. And where was Lorne Michaels to help rip the pages off there? Scene to scene, we're introduced to so many colorful and often funny characters. Even random crew members that we're less familiar with but are just as well drawn. This is impressive because the movie is packed with so many characters that by the end, all we want is to spend more time with them and just hang out. It just feels like a room of people you want to be around all the time. It's hypnotic, intoxicating, and creative. The pacing, editing, and camera movements aid well in harnessing a raw underdog energy that is crucial to the movie's tone. All the odds are stacked against Lorne Michaels and his merry band of comedy misfits. But as we sweep through the hallways watching Al Franken and Tom Davis spray blood across the wall, or Chevy Chase coming in and tripping over his penis sending a trash can flying, everything feels so fun, fast, and more importantly, real. It helps that cinematographer Eric Steelberg returned to work with Jason Reitman, as they previously collaborated on 2009's Oscar-nominated Up in the Air. Fans will definitely have qualms with some of the creative liberties taken in the movie, like the way Lorne Michaels collects the annoying and angry John Belushi and writer Alan Zweibel within about 25 minutes to bring the show together. But that stuff doesn't really matter because, if you remember correctly, this is a movie. Who cares how accurate this is when it's still so fun? Watching Lamorne Morris as Garrett Morris is riveting. Cory Michael Smith is inspired as Chevy Chase, and Ella Hunt eats it up as Gilda Radner. It's a movie. It's supposed to be a little more ridiculous and a little less factual. If you really want that kind of experience, go read a book about it. Speaking of acting performances, I found riveting. Casting directors Jennifer Cram and John Popsidera deserve all the awards here. What I found most interesting is that none of these actors are the spitting image of the real-life people that they're playing. But somehow, you just know that's Dan Aykroyd walking around in hot pants, even if Dylan O'Brien is playing him. Nicholas Braun eerily inhabits Andy Kaufman and Jim Henson. Every time one of these characters shows up on screen, you cannot peel your eyes away because you know they're going to do something interesting. Personally, it's hard to pin down a favorite performance in a movie full of incredible ones, but one that stuck out to me writing the script was Tommy Dewey as Michael O'Donoghue. Anytime he was on screen, he was magnetic. The choice to film the movie in 16mm adds to the casting decisions because of its graininess, but that also adds to the underdog aesthetic and makes everything look a little bit unclear, indicating to the audience that, hey, not only were these real-life people not perfect, we're not either. It's refreshing to see such inspired casting decisions during a time where they could easily use CGI to recreate some of these performances. CGI would never work with how physical some of these performances are, but you catch my drift. The pacing works really well in favor of the movie because the intended effect is that by the end you want to see the actual show they've produced. And that pacing is aided even more by an incredible soundtrack from John Baptiste, who also stars. The show that would be is ultimately not what the movie is about, but it's a testament to the storytelling and action on display. Once the credits rolled, I just wanted to hang out more with these characters. Special shouts out to Gabriel LaBelle, who plays our boy Lorne Michaels. I love Gabriel, and he's a treat in anything that he shows up in recently. Don't sleep on either Snack Shack or even The Fabelmans, both of which are very different but equally awesome performances from him. I love how he imbues Lorne with such finesse and calm in the face of the impossible. The looming threat of white men in expensive suits adds even more to the revolutionary tension that Lorne carries. He knows he has something special here. Cooper Hoffman just needs to lay off with the plaid suits and let the man cook. Never more than once does LaBelle allow Lorne to flip his lid, always calm and determined in his vision. It's fascinating to watch that character unfold on screen. As Saturday Night unfolded, I started to notice this familiar energy, that of Christmas morning. As a kid who grew up in the 90s, this era was not the one that I grew up with, but did become more familiar with in my adulthood. That said, I received many best of DVD compilations for Christmas featuring Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, Chris Rock, and Molly Shannon. SNL feels very nostalgic and comforting, and those feelings aided in my enjoyment of this movie. Saturday Night is a cozy hangout flick, and that is its greatest allure. While I hope this movie does well at the box office, I foresee it having a pretty significant resurgence once it eventually hits streaming services during the holiday season. While the movie is R-rated, I do think it'll be a great introduction for younger viewers who want to learn more about the history of SNL and get into the show now. Go see Saturday Night on the big screen while you can, because that's the best way to experience its beauty, larger-than-life characters, and it's also just one of the great film experiences of 2024 for me so far. What did you think of Saturday Night? Did it go live and exceed your expectations, or did you wish that you just sent it to that Johnny Carson tape instead? Leave all the comments below, and before you go, don't forget to like and punch that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching this video and continuing to support the channel. Until next time, just go watch Saturday Night and support the movie. Peace.
Am I still in the show?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, tripped over my penis.